What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Big Dig. And you can see we've got everything flowing again now that we've gotten all of our farms going. But one of the disturbing things I've noticed, I let my saplings tick up all night, and even with 4 farms, I'm still not running at peak efficiency. You know, there's still a point in time where I'm burning more saplings than I'm able to restock, and it does seem to be very random with forestry. And that's kind of one of the problems with the forestry setup is it just doesn't produce quick enough, and that's kind of the issue that we're running into. And especially if I want to run like 3 to 6 more boilers, it's never going to do it. I mean, just the land mass. I mean, you can see it in the upper right-hand corner up here. Just the amount of land that I need to do is going to be ridiculous. So what we've decided, I did some testing with Meaty, and we found a much better system to use with MFR. And that's what we're going to set up today. I'm actually going to set it up probably right here tonight just for demonstration purposes, and then I may move it to a slightly better location once we get our new setup. So let me show you where we're at right now. Saplings, you can see we've got 544 at the moment. You can see that's kind of ticking down. I let this run for about 3 days to get up to that number. So 540 kind of gives you an idea, and that goes up and down. When I first started planning for this episode, that was actually down to 450, 460, something like that, and it spiked up all out of nowhere, basically. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to use MFR. That's Minefactory Reloaded. It's a mod that Meatylock uses, and he kind of came up with the idea for this, and then I kind of made a few suggestions, and we came up with a really nice way to do this. So the first thing that we need to make a planter. And a planter is this little mod right here. Pretty basic. So we're going to go ahead and start kind of making all of this stuff in our ME system. So flower pot, that is just basically 3 bricks. I put some clay in here to get that prepared in advance. So let's go ahead and get 3 bricks out. And then we need a piston, which I think we already have. And then we need some plastic sheets, which are just raw plastic times 4, which I've got. And then we need this down here, which is just some stone and some raw plastic sheets. Now, I don't think I've got, well, actually I do got a fairly decent amount of stone. Outstanding. All right, so I've got 2 ME blank patterns. I'm going to see if I can make a few more of these. I'm kind of low on glowstone, so yeah, it looks like 5 is going to be about the best we're going to be able to do. So let's come over here. Let's make our flower pot first. So we'll do bam, bam, bam. Put that in there. We'll encode that. Now we've got our flower pot going. We need to do our plastic sheets, which are just raw plastic times 4. So we'll put that in there like that. Put you there. Encode. There we go. And then finally, we need to make our factory mechanism, which is just 3 plastic sheets and 3 stone. So we are going to actually have to make some plastic sheets real fast to do that. So I've already got 2 in here. I guess it would help if I put the recipe inside the machine, huh? There we go. Just try that again. Let's go ahead and... there we go. So that's 6. So we'll put these on the top, and then we'll put stone on the bottom, and there we go. Put that there, click encode. Now we've got that done. So those are basically the parts that we're going to need. Now I'm only going to need 1 planter, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. We've got the piston, we've got the plastic sheets, I've got the stone. The only thing we're really missing. Oh, I actually got the factory machine blocks too. Didn't realize we had those as well. I think we've got just about everything to make this thing now. The flower pots. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. There we go. Alright, so we'll come over here, click our little button, shift click. Now we've got our planter. So now that we've got our planter, the other machine that we're going to need, one of the other machines, is the fertilizer. Now this is the one that actually drastically increases the speed of the actual production. So let's go ahead and get some glass out. Oh, I actually have some bottles. Perfect. And do I still have my machine block? Yes, I do. What am I missing? Leather. Okay, pull some leather out. And I think that's everything we need to make that. Yep. So now we've got our planter, now we've got our fertilizer. The last thing we need is the harvester. Now this is one of those machines that I am actually going to put into the machine for a variety of reasons. Oh crap. We're going to be short for this right here. Glowstone. I think there's a way that we can produce glowstone. Come on now. Gold dust and redstone. Do we have any gold dust? Got plenty of gold. I got plenty of redstone. So let's just feed this through the pulverizer for now. I need to find a way to clog this up so that it won't. We'll just put a big old stack of that in there. And then we can put this gold right here. This will keep it from transferring over. And then I'm going to need to put some more cobble in there. Definitely don't want this thing filling up. That's the only problem with these automated systems is when you actually find you need to do something a little bit separate from it, it does get a little hinky sometimes. There we go. And this is the main cock block, unfortunately, for the ME system is this gold, is the glowstone in the setup. There's a variety of ways to make goldstone through Minefactory Reloaded, which is one of the other things I'm going to show you guys probably in the next video, because the problem that we're running into with MFR is you need just an absolutely insane amount of fertilizer to really keep the machine running. So to make fertilizer, there's two types of fertilizer that we can use. Whoops. There is this fertilizer, which requires apatite, which you have to dig out naturally, or there's industrial fertilizer. And this is very easy to make. With string, you can set up a farm for hemp, and it will make string. And then for bone meal, you just need a skeleton spawner, and you can basically just spawn limitless amounts of skeletons, kill them with a mob grinder, and you're good to go. And then we're going to be making tons of wheat, so we're pretty good to go for there. So that's what we're going to be setting up in probably the next video. I'm not sure we're going to be able to make it in this one. We'll see how it goes. So we should have a decent amount of goldstone now. We're still good there. I'm going to let that keep grinding out. And then we're just going to make this real fast. Alright, so that's 8 a piece. That ought to give us a decent amount. 7. Oh, God. That should be enough to make a couple. Let's see. I'll put the glowstone in there. ME. Let's do 10. How many will that let us have? 2 more. That'll work for now. Let me go ahead and put you here. We need more cobble. Keep this thing full. I mean, I guess technically what I could do is just turn the import off from the back, and that'll fix it. Now it literally just will not import. There we go. We'll put another batch of 64 in there, and then we'll pull some of this out. We'll do it like this. There we go. That ought to run for a little bit. Okay, so now that we've got 4 more patterns, let's go ahead and make our harvesters. Now we're going to need 3 harvesters to really utilize this effectively. So I'm going to need to make a golden axe, and I'm going to need to make shears as well. So let's grab a gold bar out of here. 1, 2, 3. And then we need, I think it's iron for shears. There we go. And I need some sticks. And there we go. Alright, so the gold axe is pretty easy to do. Put that there. We'll go ahead and encode that. Shears, I haven't made in a long time, but I think they're just like that. Yep. Put that in there like that. Click encode. There we go. Put these 2 recipes in there. I think that's really all there is to it. Yeah, so we need to make some more raw plastic. So let's do some plastic sheets. I need 1 batch of those. Which hopefully... Yeah, I've got all the stuff on me for it. Come on. There we go. I need the machine. Make 1 of those. And then we need the shears. Pull that one out, and I need 1 more. Actually, I'm going to make 2. The reason I'm making 2 is one of those 2 are damaged. So, what was the last thing that we needed for this that I'm now forgetting? The golden axe. Let's put this stuff back in. Clear up a little bit of room. Golden axe, let's make 1. There we go. Alright, so shears on the left and the right. We want the golden axe in the middle. I think it's these 3 on the top, and then this on the bottom. There we go. There's our harvester. Code. Perfect. And we'll put that in there. Oops, no, I needed that actually. Oh well. Let me clear out the inventory real fast, and then I'm going to show you guys the amazing power of this mod. It is ridiculous. Okay, so that is the fertilizer. We need harvesters. 3. There we go. And then we need harvester, fertilizer. Did I not make that one? I could have sworn we made a fertilizer. Oh. Harvester, fertilizer. There we go. My bad. Planter. Alright, so now we need some dirt. And we need some seeds. That will sadly not be... Well, it'll be enough to get us started. And then we need... let's see, what else? We'll get the... Sorry about that. I had one of those annoying salesmen at my door who decided to knock, and then knock again, and then ring the doorbell, and then kick the door, and I had to go and shoot him. So, anyways, this is the setup that we're going to basically use. The nice thing about this, I believe the MFR does a 3x3 area. So we're going to place our planter on the ground first. So we're going to place that right here. No, that won't work. 3x3 pyro. Let's place it right there. And then we're going to place dirt on top of it, obviously, so that it can plant. You know what? We're going to do this flush with the floor, actually. There we go. So we've got our planter. Now we've got dirt. Bam, bam, bam. And then on the sides, we're going to have our fertilizer block right here. Take that out. And then we're going to have on each side here, we'll be moving this anyway, but we'll move it for now. Place that right there. Alright, so Harvester 1's going to go here. Harvester 2 is going to go here. And then Harvester 3 will go right here. Now, the reason you want the 3 harvesters is they harvest very, very quickly. And with trees, this right here can produce just... it's ridiculous. I think me and Meaty tested it, and it produced... I think it was like 1,500 trees in like 5 minutes. It was absolutely insane. So down here, we're going to be putting the planter. We're going to be putting seeds in here. Now, it doesn't have power yet, so it's not really going to be that big a deal. But we're going to be putting seeds in there, and it's going to basically plant seeds. The fertilizer right here is going to fertilize it all with a lot of fertilizer, which will basically have the bone meal effect to instantaneously grow it all. And then these right here will all instantaneously ungrow it all and harvest the seeds and the et cetera, et cetera. Now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to hook all of this up to chests and to the ME system so that's all automated. And then I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I've moved our little setup. You can see there's a gaping hole here. I moved it upstairs. Let me show you where we're at on now. We've got 2,200 wheat. It's been running for about 5 minutes. So let's just say 2,300 wheat. 2,350 some odd wheat is where we're at now. Let me show you where we're at on the top up here on the surface. I gotta do this quick because this thing burns through fertilizer faster than Charlie Sheen burns through coke. But you can see up here, we're no longer having issues with the seeds. They're instantaneously pulling. It's just bam, 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 bam. It's incredibly fast. And we're not having any problems anymore with seeds hanging around. Nothing, and I just jacked into the power supply up here. So we were at about 2,350 wheat, I think it was. Let's head downstairs and see how much we've actually got. Now, not only that, I've actually hooked it in. I want to show you one more thing real fast. I've already hooked it into our little supply here. So all this is pumping in is wheat. So we're running 100% off wheat now instead of, what do you call it? Saplings. Alright, so we were at 2,350 wheat. We're up almost 200 wheat and climbing. And this is while it's being used. So 2,600, be 2,700 here in a second. You can see with seed production, we're just 1170, 1180, 1190. It's just ridiculously quicker. And it definitely beats the other setup. And that's in a 2x2 farm. So we have a 2x2 farm that is outperforming our maxed out forestry setup, which blows my mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up 2 of those now. And the fertilizer we're going to need to use, that's the only problem, as you'll see with fertilizer. Yeah, when I started this up, we had over 2,500. Now we're down to 350, 340, 330, 320. You can see it's just gobble, 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 gobble. So what we're going to do, I need to find a safari net. This right here is the setup that we need to get. This is just a slime ball and a string and some leather. I think I have a slime ball in here, I'm hoping. All right, we're going to have to go find some of those in the nearby swamp. So we're going to get that set up. We're going to make a skeleton monster spawner, and then we're going to use soul shards, which you can see right here. We're going to use these to fill up. We're going to start with this one by default, and we're just going to kill a bunch of skeletons, and that's in a soul forge and a few other things. I'm going to have Meaty help me with this because he's already done this. And then we're going to make a class 5 skeleton spawner. And then we're just basically going to have mob grinders grind those up all day long, and we'll have infinite industrial fertilizer, which is this one right here. You can see right there. So we'll basically be producing our own wheat. String we can get from a hemp farm, and then bone meal we'll just get from the skelly spawner. That produces 16 a pop, and we'll just be making that as fast as it can chew through it. And that should solve all of our power problems. We've already burned through all of our fertilizer, which means now wheat is going to slowly start dropping again. Wow, it's actually still keeping up with it even though we're out of it. So regardless, we should be in a much better situation. Eventually, once I get this all automated, we should be able to run somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 boilers off this, and then I'll have to just simply make more stills. Because right now we're actually backed up on production of biomass. Like it literally can't keep up. If you look right here, we're actually producing more of biomass than the stills can handle. Because the stills, you can see every single one of them's filled up right here. Max, max, max. So we're going to have to increase that and get that sorted out. But that's going to be our next project, is either adding more stills. We may I may take a look at some of the bioreactors. There's a couple machines in MFR that will actually make the biomass here, so I'm just a little worried about their production quality. So we may just have to make, I don't know, 30 more stills to get this all running, and then at that point we will literally we won't be able to consume it fast enough. So we sadly, the last couple videos that we made, where we made this massive farm structure out here, we kind of wasted our time with it, when this little simple machine right here can outproduce it in an instant. I'm almost devastated by this, and I think we just finally ran out of fertilizer. Yeah. So now you can see it's going to slow down, and at this point we'll finally be running into some problems. But I think this setup is way more efficient than this setup. And I think with a few other machines, we ought to be able to easily automate this. So in the next video, we're going to be going over soul shards, MFR monster spawners, monster DNA. We may take a look at what we can do with some sludge, etc., etc. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please click the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.